Well, I don't know exactly. I was thinking. I'm not very concentrated. I was thinking,
okay.
and there was a lot of people before, and now you know that Václav Havel was a great thinker, that he was a playwright, that he was a philosopher, leader, politician. And I tell you something also. It's not joke. He also loves beer. And it's truth. It's truth, and it's important because it helped him a lot to be connected with the rock band you saw there, and it's important part.
Which rock band was that?
The name of the group is Plastic People of the Universe, and it was the beginning of the big and important anti-communist movement in Czechoslovakia. Anti-communist movement is it's simply say, but you understand. And it became when, oh my God, when I was 14 years old boy, I didn't care about politics and so on, but I love music.
Yes, everybody in that age
yes,
does.
it's normal.
Yeah.
And these long-haired people from this group and their friends, they were so-called underground, They were on the border of the society, in communist state. People sometimes spit on them on the street, and for police it was very easy to go to catch them, send to the prison, and so on. Because they were not socialist people. They didn't wear. They were not party members, and so on. And it was in 1977, Edda. 1977, when plastic people were sent to prison, or 1966?
76. Because Charta was the 1st of January 77.
And maybe it's forgotten, but this well-known Charta 77 became because Václav Havel was brave enough to risk his name, his reputation as a star. And he defended these people who were really on the border of society. And he was writing letters to, I don't know, Heinrich Bell or Günter Grass or Sakharov, Solzhenitsyn, everywhere. And at the end, the regime was afraid to send these people to prison for a long time. And this Havel's help, he were not snobbish, He was sometimes sitting in the pub with this long-haired people drinking beer, He was not a philosopher somewhere hidden. And it helped them, and it helped also to create a whole dissident movement. And the regime was so upset that finally they sent Havel to prison. And you saw him, such a small man, He was not like, if you are in prison, or if you are in communist prison, you should be like strong, I was there such a short time, And other friends who are older than me, they were also in prison for 2 years, for 3 years. But Havel was sent to terrible prison for 5 years, and he survived. It's incredible. It's incredible, and it was in terrible 70s. The happy end is that when he was going back from prison, he saw that this movement, Charter 77, is stronger and stronger and stronger. Fine. Yeah. So I forgot your question.
Well, what was your role in the in this movement?
Well, I was working in Samizdat.
You started when you were 14. You just said.
Well, not in the 14, but maybe I don't know, 16, 17 or so on. And Samizdat is Russian word, and it means we did it yourself, or it means Samizdat. It means independent books and magazines. The art which is not controlled by regime, by party. Not only books and literature, but also music or even exhibitions and so on. And after Havel's death, I was shocked, and not me only. Many people were shocked how young people in Czech Republic were sad. And I was thinking, oh, they forgot him, he's an old man, and era of communism, it's something like old Egypt for young people. But, you know, well, I was really shocked, and not me only, that thousands and thousands and thousands of teenagers were crying on the streets and so on. And I was thinking, why it is? And I think it's because he was man of art. You know, he understood music and literature and so on. And he was not snobbish. It's important.
Mm-hmm. But what was...
I'm not politician, you know.
No, but what was your role in the movement when you in the 80s?
I was working in Samizdat.
Do it in the...
I was working in Samizdat. It means I was editor of underground independent magazine.
Mm-hmm.
And I was also, I'm very proud of it, I was also a smuggler. Me and my friends, we were smuggling the literature and application machines through the Czechoslovakian-Polish border in the mountains. You know.
To Poland.
Yeah.
And what were they doing with it then?
We had 60 kilos of books and leaflets, political leaflets, and political papers and so on. And we were also smuggling from Poland the application machines. Why? Because the Polish movement, Solidarność, was massive, not our Charter 77. The Havel Charter 77 was mostly for intellectual people. Mm-hmm. And Solidarność in Poland
was also for
it
the
was
workers.
massive workers.
Yeah.
And this massive workers movement was supported from everywhere. Simply say they were richer. They get more money from some organizations. And when they had new application machines from, let's say, Sweden, the Polish Solidarność gave old application machines to small Charter 77. And I was
and you carried them on your back?
Until they catch us and send us to the prison. But it was risky business.
And then you got a beer in the prison as well, or not?
Huh?
Did you got some beer in the prison as well, or not?
No?
Impossible.
You know.
So you had to get out.
No, normally I'm not drinking.
No.
It's only now to.
Yeah, please do.
In the name of
Havel.
Václav.
Well, the ambassador in the break just told me a story that he once met Havel in Vienna, and that his task, your task then, working for the Czech embassy in Vienna then, was to find a pub for Havel to have a beer. And when you found it, he was happy. So I can imagine that that was important for him. Yeah.
And the cigarettes, you know. Sometimes I told him stop it, you know.
Yeah.
But he was.
Yeah.
No.
And then tell me, what are you doing in the center right now in Prague? In the Havel Library Center, where you are having a program.
Yeah.
Or did you quit?
Well, we have some political discussions, but it's so boring. Don't say it. Don't say it.
So why do you do it then?
I'm working with the artist. You know, I am creating the program. You know, now we had some poets from Belarusia. And it was so strange, because now we were sitting in Václav Havel library, we were free people, and then came poets from Belarusia, from the country where our prisoners executed, you know? And the dissidents are sending to prison for, I don't know, 7 years. And these boys, and they were telling us the story of our lives, but they live it now. Do you understand my?
Yes.
So it was so strange.
Yeah. So that's a role you can play now in the center, that you can help the people in Belarus.
This is what I was trying to explain. That, for example, Belarusia. I'm very proud that Prague became the center of exiled people from Belarus. So I think we have not only concerts and readings and so on, but we could help to others. You know.
Yeah.
So I think it's serious.
Well, and you said just now that there were so many young people who hardly knew him or who didn't even